Hello friends, welcome once again in our own channel Vriha Krishna Book Summary. We had started a book called Dying to Be Me and it is written by Anita Moorjani. We had completed first 2 chapters and now in this episode we are starting third chapter, which is matchmaking missteps. Over the years, because of our culture, my parents tried to gently pursue me toward an arranged marriage by introducing me to the sons of friends and acquaintances. My father in particular wasn't keen on my furthering my studies beyond high school, as he feared my going away from home to college would make me more independent. He believed that this would reduce my chances of being a subservient and accommodating housewife one day. But Dad, I really want to go to university to study photography and graphic design, I insisted. If you can find a course of study near home, I won't object, but I am not letting you to live away from home to study, my father responded. But I had grown into a young woman by this point, with my own strong views and opinions. I wanted to see the world and maybe work as a travel photographer. I wanted to backpack through Europe, see the Eiffel Tower in Paris and experience the pyramids of Egypt. I wanted to feel the energy of Machu Picchu, eat in Spain and enjoy Tabin in Morocco. There was so much I wanted to do, see and experience, and I knew that agreeing to an arranged marriage would end up my chances of realizing my dreams. Not wanting to cause trouble or confront my father any further, I enrolled in a local photography course. I recall on one particular occasion, my parents asked me to dress in my best traditional clothes as they accompany me to meet another prospective groom. During the entire car ride, I recall making a mental note to specially mention, in the presence of my prospective mother-in-law, my recently acquired skill of rolling a perfect chapati. My prospective groom was tall, handsome and well-spoken man. Our engagement ceremony took place in Guru Nanak temple. Unfortunately, over the months as it got closer to the wedding date, I started to realize that I had never been the person my fiancé and his family wanted for a wife and daughter-in-law. Because I didn't fit the traditional mold, I struggled to become someone whom they'd be proud to call their wife and daughter-in-law. Finally, I submitted to the fact that I might never be the kind of person they were looking for. Deep down, I knew that I had never met the expectations of my future husband or my in-laws. Everything I had been doing up to that point, the way I had been dressing and behaving, it was all an act. I had also never get a chance to realize any of my own dreams, hopes and wishes. During all this, I hadn't told my parents any of what I had been feeling or how much I had been struggling, because once again I didn't want them to think of me as a problem. I had kept everything to myself and put on a brave front, appearing to be happy and always smiling and laughing readily, going through all the emotions that a happily engaged young woman would. But I had reached the point where I couldn't hold it anymore. So one evening, shortly before the wedding day, I went to my mother and burst into tears. "Mum, I am so sorry," I cried. "I can't do it. I just can't do it." To my surprise, my mother hugged me and said, "Don't cry, darling. Just tell me everything that's troubling you." "I am not ready, Mum. I have dreams and I want to travel the world and do different things. I just can't bear the thought that I am not going to ever have the independence again to do all the things I want to do." Family members, prospective family members, and others in our community tried to convince me that my ideals were unrealistic, especially for a woman. My expectations were too high and I'd never find a suitable man because of this. "Lower your expectations. Be an obedient wife and daughter-in-law and you will have a good life," I was told. I felt absolutely terrible for hurting everyone as I stood my ground. Why I am always apologizing? Why do I have to apologize just for being me? I just couldn't understand what was wrong with me. I couldn't bear all the explaining I had to do and the people I had to deal with. So just days before the wedding was to take place, with everything bought and paid for, all the arrangements made, gift piling up, and friends and relatives arriving from different parts of the world, I ran away. I just wanted to disappear because I didn't want to deal with anything except my own emotions. I knew that the next phase of my life wasn't going to be easy. That's all for the third chapter. So friends, if you find this story interesting and want to listen the real life story of near death experience, how the author fight the battle with most dangerous and painful disease, how she came back, and how her perspective about life changed completely after that. So to learn from a real life story, please do subscribe, share and like my channel. See you. We will meet again with new chapter in next episode.